Good morning friends, I'm Jackie. Welcome to Gone Potty Gardening. Well, today I'm going to spend a few hours outside and carry on clearing the garden down for planting in the spring. So I hope you can join me. I'm going to start today by cutting back the red currants, because if you cut them back, when they come back in the spring, they really shoot up. It doesn't great if you cut them back. So I'm going to start with that. Now these ones should have been cut a little bit earlier than what I'm doing it, but I'm going to do it now. So I'm going to cut them right back. I mean, they've already got buds on, but it's not going to hurt. It's still going to do really well. They got a horrible smell about them somehow, but cut them at an angle just above the bud. So this is a job I've been meaning to do for a little while, but because of the weather, I haven't wanted to get out here. So now is the ideal time. I'll probably keep these little sticks. Some people use them for, you know, their peas and stuff like that. But they might come in handy. Something. I try to cut them back so they form some sort of shape. A globe in the middle to let a bit of air in. And so that when they grow, they have a nice shape to them. So it doesn't take long, it's just one of those jobs that you've got to... So cut it to an angle. Above a bud. And you'll have all these lovely red currants. It looks like you're being a bit brutal, doesn't it? But it does them really good. Sets off new shoots for lots of new fruit. And usually it's a good idea to cut the ones that are growing right inwards, right off, to open up the inside, to let the air get round them, circulate the light. Brutal me. Yep, so now we also have some raspberry canes that didn't do very well in this area, and like I said in the previous video, we're going to move them to a different part of the garden. So while I'm here, I may as well cut them right back, and then it'll make it easier for me to just dig them and move them. So I'm going to do that now. So I'll cut these right low as well. Be careful with some of these because they're spiky. Make sure you wear your gloves. And what I should do a bit later on is come back to this patch and move them. I mean, there's some dead wood which you remove, but then you have the new canes growing up at the bottom. I'll just put them in the pile there for now, and then I'll collect them in a minute. It's actually lovely when you're out here, because you think, not long now, we're on the last bit, aren't we? The last leg of it being winter. I know February can be cold, can't it? It's morning, it's a lovely morning, so I'm going to quickly sort through the onions so I can get them planted. Last year I grew onions, autumn onions, and they didn't turn out great. They bolted, so I couldn't get any online actually, so any autumn ones. So I just went down the local store down here when I was getting donkey feed and picked up a couple of bags of these onion sets. So we'll see how we get on. These ones are Stuttgart Giants. So all I'm doing is going through and taking any out that are bad. I've got a few there, look, that are bad. You just squeeze them a little bit and make sure they're firm, and you know, you've got no rotten ones. And then I'm going to prepare, that one's not too great. It's a bit soft. That one's not great. You see, you end up with little things like this, look. This is some compost that I've just taken out of the compost heap, which is really nice soil. So actually, I'm going to use that to plant these baby onions into these little potting cells. And the reason for that is to give them, get some nice good roots on them before I put them outside. Plus I want to, you know, fertilise the beds outside a bit. But in the meantime, I shall leave them in the polytunnel to get some decent roots on them. And I should just put them in the cells like that. So I'll show you in a minute when I've done that. Now this compost will be really rich in nutrients. Like I say, it was from last year. And what I'm just doing in this little pot is dabbing the compost down, so we've got a nice, you know, solid lot of compost for the onions to sit on. So I'll probably have to top it up once I've been all around. As you can see, look, not full up. But the idea of it is to keep them in the polytunnel just for a bit longer and let them get some good roots, and then I'll plant them out. So it's starting to get dark. It's only 4 o'clock, but anyway, I've got quite a few of the onions done. I'll show you. So there we go, there's a few. I've got a few more to do, but I'll finish them off in the morning. And I'll leave them in here, like I say, till about March. And then I'll just plant them out. I've also started sowing some seed onions, which are indoors, and I'll show you those in a minute. One little tiny one's come through, and I've never grown them from seed, so I'm quite excited to see how they go. There's red and white, and I'll show you in a minute. Onions I've got growing indoors. These are Brunswick. As you can see, I didn't plant them till the 16th. Little tiny one there, right there, coming through. But I'm keeping these lids on. There's a heated mat underneath, and that's the other one, Alicia Craig, but there's nothing coming through on there yet. But yeah, so it's all exciting. I've got them under these lights and this heat mat, so there's a gentle heat there. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully the weather will be better and we'll be able to get a bit more done. See ya. Bye. Why not come and join me on Facebook or Instagram? The link is in the description.